Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As always, shout out to the 19. Fingers crossed. I'm sure you know because I've mentioned it in the comments, you've mentioned it. The audio thing where sometimes I think the last video I did was like 19 minutes long and it turned out to be like one drop out around the 2 minute mark. And I've been driving myself crazy trying to get it fixed because I hadn't changed anything, using the same setup I was using when it was working. And I keep trying all these different things that I'm finding on what could be causing it. And so right now I'm using a audio program called Audacity that from what I've been testing, and it's something I've used a lot for other things, it seems to be working just fine. But that, of course, trying to sync it up with my actual recording software where I'm sharing screens and stuff, and then so that the audio matches the video, that might be a bit of a nightmare, but I'm giving this a shot for now. So hopefully this at least sounds better. And we'll go from there as I keep trying to fix it. Anyway, now that I've thoroughly bored you for a minute and 12 seconds, let's dig in. I found something wild. Look, Caitlin Clark starting to get some acknowledgments, right? Not from the WNBA, of course, not from players in the WNBA, coaches, sports media, what have you, but she started getting some awards that she deserved, like the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year and so forth. And so a couple of days ago, I came across something wild, an article in Essentially Sports that ranked the top 10 best WNBA players, offensive players, top 10 offensive players in the WNBA in 2024. Okay, so we had Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu, Kelsey Mitchell, Ephesa Collier, Jewel Lloyd, Brianna Stewart, Talia Copper, Caitlin Clark, Arike. Not even going to try because I always mess it up. I don't know why I can't get that one. And Asia Wilson. You will never guess where Caitlin Clark falls on this list. Yes, that is right. The rookie of the year, the setter of more records than we can accurately count, the record holder for the most combined points ever in a season, also has a single game record too with 66. You know, fourth in MVP voting, over 19 points a game, set single game assist record, set season assist record, led the league in assists, dominated the ball, right? Had tons of offensive responsibilities. Guess where she is on this list? Go ahead. Go ahead. Pause here. Pause here and comment below. Be real with it. Then come back. I'm going to count to two. One, two. That's right, folks. Caitlin Clark was the seventh best offensive player in the WNBA this year. The only three behind her, we had Kelsey Plum at 10, Sabrina Ionescu at 9, Kelsey Mitchell at 8. And I would argue that even Sabrina and Kelsey, to be fair and not make it just about Caitlin, that they could be higher on the list as well. So who was ahead of Caitlin Clark? Well, coming in at number 6, we had Jewel Lloyd, who averaged 19.7 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 3.6 assists, both below Clark. Also shot very poorly, which was below Clark. Uh, yeah, so basically Clark outdid her in every category except Jewel averaged a half a point a game more. Of course, she took more shots than Caitlin. Her 3-point shooting percentage, folks, Jewel Lloyd was a better offensive player than Caitlin in this, shot 27% from three. She shot only 40% from two. Her effective field goal percentage was 40.8%. Caitlin Clark dominated her in every single one of those categories. Caitlin shot 34.4% from three, and we know the degree of difficulty, and she shot 9 threes a game. She shot 53.3% from two. Her effective field goal percentage was 52.2. And of course, we also know she shot over 97%, 90% from the line, 5.7 rebounds, 8.4 assists. But sure, Jewel Lloyd was a better offensive player than Caitlin Clark. Nafisa Collier, I will give you an argument on Nafisa Collier. I will give you an argument there. Brianna Stewart, this year, absolutely not. Yep, 20.4 points. Wow, it's a whopping 1 point per game more than Caitlin. But that's about it. She doesn't really have her in any other category, folks. She shot 45%, 48, 45% from the line from total from the field, but her effective was 49.8. She shot under 30% from 3-point range. She grabbed some rebounds, but she should as a big forward. There's no reason at all for Brianna Stewart to be ahead of Caitlin Clark. Not this season. Kalia Copper. Kalia Copper. Okay, let's talk about what Kalia did. 31% from three, below Caitlin Clark's number. 50% from two, below Caitlin's number. 49% effective field goal percentage, below Caitlin's number. 4.5 rebounds, below Caitlin's number. 2.3 assists. Yeah, we know that's below Caitlin's number. 21.1 points. But she did that on 17 shots a game, whereas Caitlin took, I think, 14 and a half. Yeah, 14 and a half to get her 19.2 points. So, no, sorry, that's not it. That is not it. And then, of course, we had Enrique. Absolutely not. Look, we all love Enrique. She's fun to watch. She can score buckets and bunches. But she's also one of those what we call a scorer because she is so streaky. Her field goal percentage was below 40, 38.3%, 34.6 from three, about a wash with Caitlin. 41.2% from two, well below Caitlin's 53% plus. Effective percentage 46, well below Caitlin's 53.3. Only out, I shouldn't say only, 5.1 assists is solid. But she also didn't have the offensive responsibilities that Caitlin had. So Caitlin basically outdoes her in every category. She averaged 3 points a game more than Caitlin, but she took 5.7 shots or four. Yeah, no, about 4 shots. Sorry. 4 shots more per game to do it and didn't shoot as well. So I don't know how you have Enrique ahead of Caitlin Clark. Maybe I'll give you Asia Wilson. But again, we really got to say, can't be counting the rebounds, although I know a few are offensive, but we're looking at what she does at the offensive end. So sure, she averaged 26.9 points, but she did it on 19.6 shots, whereas Caitlin averaged her 19.2 on only 14 and a half shots. A regular field goal percentage is better, but that's because most of Caitlin's shots were threes. Asia shot 31% from three. She shot 53.6% from two. Caitlin shot 53.3%. Asia should be a little better from two inside because she's, what, 5 inches taller than Caitlin? Her Asia's effective field goal percentage 53.1. Caitlin's 52.2. Caitlin's a better free throw shooter. Caitlin had 8.4 assists per game till Asia Wilson's 2.3. We know how it worked out towards the end of the season. Asia was all about her own scoring as opposed to helping the Las Vegas Aces win games. So, yeah, I just wanted to run through that. I think that is crazy to have Caitlin Clark at number 7 and all those players ahead of her who, strictly from an offensive standpoint, as we look at it, are simply not did not have better seasons than Caitlin Clark. They just didn't. I mean, do we really need to go through all the records that Caitlin Clark had? I mean, the fastest player two numbers is absolutely insane. So we won't even go into that. But again, most assists in a single season, most assists in a game. First player in WNBA history to have a season with 500 plus points, 250 plus assists, and 75 plus three pointers made. That sounds like a good offensive season. First player in WNBA history to have multiple career games with 25 plus points, 10 plus assists, and 5 plus three pointers made. The first ever. Most points and scored or assisted in a single game, which I mentioned, also for the season, which was a record. Fastest player to 400 points and 200 assists. Second most single season three pointers made in WNBA history. I mean, if Caitlin Clark is not even a top five, she's not even in the top five. They couldn't put her in the top five for best offensive players in the WNBA. That is absolutely disgraceful, but it is yet again another fantastic example of how the struggle's going to be the same, everyone. I'm telling you, you're going to see a lot of pushback once again when it comes to Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. So take a breath, use this time off, gear up, get yourself in shape for it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope somebody actually went and put your number or what you thought it was before you actually heard me give it. But even if you listened first, what do you think she is legitimately? Let me know that in the comments. But also don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And I will talk to you later.